What's the announcement here?
Who are you talking to?
Ms. Dykes?
Yes, sir.
You gotta tell me what you all, have we got an agreement?
No, sir. We were waiting to speak with you or just a hearing.
Okay, so did you all try to talk it out and try to settle it?
We've mediated before, and then we had some words in the chat area. We were just decided we're going to wait on the judge.
Okay, in that case, both of you raise your right hands. Do you swear or affirm that the information you're going to provide to this court is the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth under pain and penalty of perjury?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Yes, Judge. Yeah.
All right. So, couple things. The way this works is this is a trial. This is your actual trial of your case. If you have submitted documents or things to the court, I have not looked at them. That's not how this process works. This is your trial. I don't look at evidence before we go to trial. If there's evidence you want me to see, you have to present that. You can't just say you've got that information and we sent it over. It's just, that's not how a trial works. I am not an investigator. I'm here to decide the issue. So, Ms. Dykes, you are the plaintiff, which
Okay.
means you are the prosecutor. You have a burden. All right. I'm the fact finder. So I just sit and listen. So your burden is to prove your case. I'm not on a mission to figure out what you want to prove.
Yes, sir.
All right. I need everybody to understand their role and what the expectations are, because I don't go investigating to try and figure out who's right or wrong. You all have the burden to prove your case. Same goes for you, Mr. Kudum. If she lays out her case and it looks like you owe her whatever money she's seeking, it's your job to present a legal defense. If you're contesting it, if you do not do that, I'm not going looking for how to solve your case for you. All right. I play referee. I just need y'all to understand that. So I don't know anything about your case. It's a blank slate. So Ms. Dykes, you get to go first. And the way it works is she gets to testify and present evidence. And then Mr. Kudum, if you want to ask her questions, you can ask questions. All right.
Yes.
When she's done testifying and being asked questions, that's when you get to testify and she gets to ask you questions. All right.
Okay.
So, Ms. Dykes, in 60 seconds or less, tell me why you're suing Mr. Kudum, and then we'll get into the evidence in just a minute. But 60 seconds or less, tell me what the issue is.
Well, good morning, Judge. 60 seconds or less. I am here because I last year lived on Mr. Kudum's property that was illegal from the start. I was harassed, I was stalked, I was disrespected, I was belittled, I was treated less than. As a disabled veteran of the United States military, which he did know of, he has taken my deposit. I had to throw away all of my things. I was retaliated against. I was threatened with illegal eviction multiple times, had to get a lawyer involved. And the situation that happened within those short few months are still affecting me today. And there's so much aftermath that's happened since. So that's why we're here.
So you're asking for money for the eviction or for some emotional trauma? For what?
I'm asking money for emotional trauma, for the retaliatory behaviors, for the deposit, and for the felonious act of having the deposit, because I read in Georgia that if a landlord...
Okay, I just need to know the basis of what you're asking for money for. All right, Mr. Kudum, in 60 seconds or less, tell me why you don't owe her the money.
I never retaliated against her. I never, harassed her. In fact, I helped her a lot.
Okay,
so
listen, no, we're not going into the evidence. I just want to know the basis of your defense.
Yeah. So
and you're telling me what?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just see if I hear you right. Your basis is that's not true.
That's correct.
What she just said is not true, and you'll prove it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right, that's all I needed to know. So, Ms. Dykes, you can go ahead and present whatever evidence you want to present.
Well, unfortunately, Judge, I don't have any physical evidence. I was told at the last court that we had to submit the evidence, so that is what I did. The only physical, like in hand evidence I have next to me is just the, I guess, treatment summary from my doctor. Well, a psychiatrist, my psychiatrist or psychologist, just stating the emotional trauma that I have went through and basically the state of mind that I was in before, during, and after to this day.
Well, if you've submitted evidence to the court,
Yes, sir.
we can pull it up.
Okay.
I haven't looked at it, but if
Yes,
you
sir.
submitted it, it should
Yes,
be in
sir.
the record and we can pull it up.
Yes,
And
sir.
this is your chance to testify and present whatever evidence.
Okay. Well, if
So,
it's possible, we could pull it up because I've submitted everything that I've had.
hey, I understand. Go ahead and tell me what it is you want me to know.
The first submission was just a timeline of events from the day I moved in till the day I moved out. So it's just a lot of harassment, stalking, text messages,
Okay,
emails.
let me slow you down. Let me
Work.
slow you down.
Yes, sir.
Start at the beginning and tell me what happened.
Well, the beginning, I moved in Mr. Kudum's, what I now know is to be an illegal boarding house, but I didn't know that at the time. So I guess I moved into a split pad unit. And the day I moved in, the place was not move-in ready, I would say. And I hadn't saw the place from viewing it till that point for about 2 or 3 weeks. So I hadn't known that the place was not going to be up to par. So when I addressed that with Mr. Kudum and his wife, because I CC her in the email, I was met back with hostility, disrespect, and I was told at that time that I could go ahead and break my lease. That was the very day I moved in. I was told I complained a lot, even though I was just asking questions. You know, where's my thermostat? I did not have one. About the garbage, blinds were broken. There was holes in the walls. There was stuff left over from
Ms.
other
Dyke,
residents.
but you're not asking for compensation for that. You
Well,
want
he
your
charged me
deposit back.
cleaning fees, so I'm asking for all of my. So I guess that's within my deposit. He did charge me for cleaning fees when the unit was had never been cleaned. So many things also had transpired as far as his hostility and disrespect towards me. The kind of the straw that broke the camel's back is when during a very storm that happened here in I guess Decatur or Atlanta, a tree fell through the roof through my living room. It just fell through the home, and it caused a lot of my personal damage to the roof. I was then moved from that unit to a back unit. And shortly after that is when the nightmare started to transpire. I was given then a 60-day notice. I was told that I needed to vacate with the reasoning was he was selling the house, but I had just signed my lease not even 30 days ago. And that's when the harassment for me really started to kick up. He started texting me really heavy, even asking after I had to ask him to please stop talking to me a certain kind of way, stop contacting me if it wasn't something professional. At one point, I was threatened with eviction or illegal eviction, that he was changing the locks and throwing my stuff away, which is when I had to contact legal aid, the veteran side, and get a lawyer to intervene, which she did, and stop that. And then he tried to do it again, and then she stopped that. Again, I was taunted. Like I said, I was harassed. He did not live on the property, but somehow, like, he stayed in Virginia at the time and somehow would be at my unit, at the property, at just about. There was another person that lived on the property and they were not met with the same hostility. They were not given a 60-day notice, even though he was selling the property. They weren't threatened with eviction. I paid him upfront on time all the time. I did what I was supposed to do as a tenant.
Ms. Dykes, you got to take me through. All you keep saying is he taunted me. I don't know what taunting means.
I mean, as far as text messages, phone calls.
Hang on. Okay, you got to slow down. You haven't gotten to any. I'm listening to you, and I'm waiting on you to get to where you had an agreement he breached the agreement and he owes you money. You said you want your deposit back. I don't know what your deposit was. You
My
haven't
deposit
told me
was
that.
$2,600. He did
Okay.
return maybe 500 and something dollars of that. A portion of that he is claiming that I owed him rent for a unit I did not live in. So he took money out of a unit I did not live in. He said I owed him rent for 2 units. I can't make sense for that one. I'm not really sure, I guess, what I'm trying to, I guess what you're trying to get as far as like taunted.
I'm not trying to get to anything. That's why I
Yeah.
gave you all of that at the beginning. But you haven't, you are explaining, and I let you go for a little bit, but you haven't told me anything that's actionable yet. So either you got to slow down and tell me the way it works is, I don't know if you've looked it up, but you got to show me where he had a duty to you, where he breached that duty, and for some reason he owes you money for that breach. If you slow down and tell me where those things happened, maybe you can prove your case. I don't know.
I, I do apologize, Judge. I do have severe anxiety, severe other disorders that I don't necessarily want to get into unless obviously you'll see the paperwork that's in there.
No, that's fine, but you can have those anxieties, but I can't treat you differently than I treat any other person that comes to court.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
I was just text message harassing, phone calls, emails. Him popping up and showing up, standing next to my car when he was never over there, completely just knocking on the door, harassment, posting notes, sending his son down to come knock on the door after asking and legally asking from my lawyer to please separate, to please not speak to me if anything needs to be discussed, to go through my lawyer. It just got so bad that I had to file for a temporary restraining order, which I was granted at the time. He just made living there so hard. He literally continued to, I don't know how to explain it, but every day I had to figure out if I had somewhere to sleep or not because of the situation that continued to happen. I lost so many items from the tree falling. I lost a number of items, clothes, furniture, TVs, due to the tree falling, and then due to it not being fixed in a timely manner, pest control not being called, the place not being cleaned, it became inhabitable. Code enforcement came out, did shut the property down. I had already received my 60-day notice, but received another notice to vacate. So did the other tenant. He was cited. And then you will see all that in evidence of the time.
I'm waiting. You've testified. I'll see it in what evidence. You haven't asked to put up any evidence.
What do I call? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to call it. Like the first email that I sent. Like, how do I present evidence? I'm not really sure. I've never been here.
So if I understand, but I'll say it again. It's your responsibility to know how to do this. So if you've submitted evidence and we have it, and you ask the clerk, she'll check and make sure if you sent it over to the court and we have it, she'll pull it up.
Okay. Well, court, small.
Tell me what document you're referring to.
We can post the pictures. We can post the message from the lawyer.
Okay, I don't listen. You keep referring. Did you name the document?
It was the first email. It had Dykes and Kudum evidence 1. And then there's evidence
so you
2.
called it evidence 1. That helps.
Okay.
Okay, Madam Clerk, can you put up Ms. Dykes' evidence 1?
I don't see any evidence in the case.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. I found it.
Okay.
Okay, so she wants to submit exhibit 1.
I'm calling from
I think
Big Bear
so.
County.
Yes.
That's my evidence, Your Honor.
Okay.
The exhibits, I named them exhibit 1, 2, 3, 4. These are my evidences, not hers.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Dykes,
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
when did you send it?
I sent an email this week, and then the prior evidence the first time I went to court, which was in the later part of June.
Okay, are you able to locate that, Clerk Small?
Yes, Judge, when did she send?
It
You
was
said the later part of June.
June 22nd, June 23rd, around there.
Okay, I'll check.
We'll be in recess just for a minute while Ms. Small looks for the documents that you sent over.
Miss
25 PM, 10,
Dykes, which email did you send it to?
The one that was on the document that was sent via court. I'm not
The
sure what it is.
CT1?
Phone. I'm sorry?
CT1, because I don't see anything for June.
I don't know if I go to my email if it's going to take me out of this courtroom.
Okay, hold on one.
Okay. It says June 23rd is the day I sent the email. Ma'am?
Yes, I'm looking right now. Is it under your name, the email? What's the email
It
subject?
said the email that I sent it is .com. The subject line is timeline of events, Dykes versus Kudum 1. And then there's probably like 3 more after that.
Okay, ma'am, I found your documents. So
It was for, did
It's-
you, all the emails?
I went to the emails and I found your documents. So you have part 1 and you have part 2. Am I looking at documents from part 1 that you want to share?
I'm sorry, now I have to go to. Sorry, I'm looking at the document. Yes, the first 2 documents, there's, wait, is my mic on? I don't. Okay, so my mic is on. Yeah, the first 2 documents, there's an email and then a letter I would like to present from that first email. I'm not sure. Oh, actually, yeah, there's probably 3 on the first email. Also, just the timeline of events. If I don't know if that could be posted, but
Would it be this email?
yeah, that's the email. I could start with that one.
Okay.
That's a screenshot of an email, but I can start there. I'm not sure.
Okay.
All right,
I'm waiting for the. Oh, okay.
so Ms. Dykes, we're back
Yes,
in
Dr. Sher.
session. What do you want me to see?
This currently right here is a citation. Well, not a citation report, but an email from the code enforcement officer that was sent to me. That's proving that Mr. Kudum had code enforcement indeed come out. This is going to part the retaliatory behavior after, and that they came out and shut down his property.
Okay.
It's just proving that. I'm sorry.
So that this was when? When was this?
The email was October 18th, but they came out October 9th, if I'm not mistaken,
Okay, so
2024.
October 9th, they said he can't rent rooms out of the property.
Yes, when they came onto the property and cited him. Yes, sir. Yes, Your
Okay.
Honor.
So because he can't rent rooms, that meant you all needed to move. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so what happened next?
Well, immediately after this, he filed for eviction, even though I had already been given a 60-day notice, which is also in that same email, if she could.
Okay, so you called code enforcement. Code enforcement said you're not allowed to live here, and you had 60 days to move. That's what you're telling me.
I was given 60 days by Mr. Kudum, but they had given 30 days. I was already moving.
Okay, so
But
he gave you 60 and you said you were moving within 30.
I got a 60-day notice in September. They came out in October and told us we had to vacate. I had already let them know I had plans to vacate already.
Okay. I don't see any issue there. That's fine.
The issue is that he was running an illegal boarding house and was never supposed to accept any monies from me or the other tenants on the property. That's just
Okay.
proving the dishonesty that has already been stated.
Got it.
There's a timeline of events also in this very email. If you swipe over, there's a letter from the lawyer that was written because of the attempted illegal eviction.
So
It's
the
in the
letter
same.
from your lawyer in another proceeding is not going to be admitted into evidence. Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
A letter from your lawyer from a previous hearing is not going to be considered as
No,
evidence.
it's not from a previous. It wasn't from a previous hearing. It wasn't used in court at all. The document was a letter to Mr. Kudum saying that he cannot illegally evict me under per
You
se statutes. It
understand
was
that
a letter.
I'm not going to consider a letter from a lawyer sent to Mr. Kudum.
Okay. Okay.
Unless you can tell me why it's relevant. It's not relevant
It's
in
only
this
it's
case.
because it was just irrelevant because the numerous times I was threatened with illegal eviction that the doors are going to be locked and my things are going to be thrown on the curb.
Okay.
And then also states to my mental, like how I already suffer from. I sent the document, mental health situations, and it just heightened the situation because every day I don't know if I'm going to be able to be let into my home, if I'm going to have access to my things, if I'm going to have a roof over my head. It's just proves that the point that I'm trying to make with that.
I understand. I don't know if you've looked at the laws in Georgia and what you have to prove, but you're not. I'll let you keep going. I need you to get to something that's actionable.
Okay, I guess I'm just not understanding, but.
All right. You said he did not return your deposit. Why don't you tell me about that?
He did not return my deposit because he said that I owed him rent for 2 units. However, my rent had been paid up.
Hey, what did you rent? Tell me what units you agreed to rent.
I signed a lease for a front attached unit. They don't have names. So the front attached unit on a house. That's
Okay, and what was that rent amount? What did you agree to pay?
That rent was $14.50.
Okay, and did you pay that rent?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for what months?
In July, upon move in, I had to pay a prorated rent and the security deposit of $2,600. So I paid a total of $3,100 upon move in.
Okay, and that covered what?
That covered my security deposit, which is the $2,600, and the prorated rent from July 20th to the end of July. And then I had to pay rent again August 1st, which I paid rent August 1st.
Okay, and then
at the end of August is when the tree fell and I had to move to a separate unit.
Okay.
A back unit that was a studio versus the 1-bedroom that I had originally signed.
So you paid, I got it. You paid July, you paid August.
Yes.
Did you pay September?
August, yes, I paid rent for the smaller unit in the back. We had agreed, which is that unit was $1,000. That is what he got paid.
Okay.
That was September. I moved in October. I paid that October to the day I moved. Paid him that rent. We had to go to eviction court because he had filed for eviction. The case was dismissed. And then I got we had to go to TPO court. And then after that is when I got the email from him saying that he was taking the money from the first unit, even though he had been paid already.
Okay. So you paid July, August, September, and October. You paid your rent.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you moved out when?
October 15th of 2024.
Okay. And how much money was returned to you?
$540.
Okay. Anything else you want to explain?
I would like to. I'm just not sure if I can do it correctly.
Listen, all you can do is try. It's
Yes, sir.
your case.
I'm just I'm just really trying to get to a point of where I can try to express to the court that I was harassed and taunted so much to the point that I had to get a lawyer and I had to file a TPO. I don't know how to. The TPO paperwork is in evidence. I'm just not sure.
Okay, so you went,
My therapist is
you-
also in summary. I mean, in discovery, or however you say it.
your what is in discovery? What?
The two things: the TPO paperwork
Okay,
and the treatment summary of from my therapist from the course of the time. Like
so
that
your therapist is not here to testify, so I'm not going to admit that document.
Okay.
All right. Now, if you want to tell me about how you had to file a TPO and
I was just constantly met with hostility. After asking him to please stop contacting me and to contact my lawyer, he would still call, still text. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna this. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. You're gonna be out. You're not gonna know where to live. You're gonna constantly harassing me, constantly showing up. If I would be outside, he'd be outside after being asked not to. If he would see me on the cameras, he would be there. He would come knock on my door, constantly emailing me notes, posting the notes on my door, posting the notes, a different note, take that note off, put a new note on there, having his son come down there to
what
talk
would
to
the
me, to
notes,
post notes on my
you
door.
understand, what would the notes say?
You owe me money. You need to leave. You owe me money. You need to leave. You owe me money. You need to leave. I had already paid rent.
Okay. All right. And you applied for a TPO and it was
Granted,
for how long?
I would have to go back through I would have to go back through there. It was eventually closed. I'm not sure how you say
Well,
that. Eventually dismissed or closed because I left the property. It was for me to live, like, while I was still on the property, getting my things to vacate.
Okay. All right. Did you have anything else to present, Ms. Dykes?
Just that he would chase me down the hill, tell me I'm ruining his family. I'm just constant
So
stalking.
you understand when you say he would chase you down the hill, are you running from him and he's running after
I'm
you?
in my car driving
Listen.
down, and he was running down my car, telling me I'm ruining his family. Why you're ruining my family? You did it, and so much I had to leave. But before he started chasing me, I was talking to code enforcement, and I think that's kind of where the hostility just
Okay.
retaliated against.
All right, Mr. Kudum, do you have questions for Ms. Dykes?
Yes, Your Honor. So, is there any evidence that, I harassed, taunted, posted notes or whatever, right? Is there, see, we've been communicating, she made it very clear, like,
So,
we
Mr.
should not be-
Kudum,
Yeah.
Mr. Kudum,
Yes, sir.
I need if you have specific questions, you don't have to ask her any questions. Do you have a specific question for Ms. Dykes?
Yes.
Then
So,
ask
is
that
there,
question, make it short, because it sounded like you were about to start testifying.
yeah, no problem. So, can you show me any evidence of that I said I'm going to illegally evict you?
Yes, it's in evidence. The text messages where you told me that you were changing the codes, and you were going to lock me out, and I had until the next day to
Can
get
you
myself
show me that?
out. Well, the court clerk would have to pull it up.
Okay, what document do you want to pull up, Ms. Dykes?
Give me. I would like to pull up. What is this? I'm sorry. I have to. It's just in evidence. I'm not sure which email it's in. I mean, is there any way I could pull it up on my actual phone?
I don't know your technology on your end. I mean, if you submitted it and you labeled it and she's got it in an email, you just need to tell her which email to pull up.
Right. No. I'm looking, Your Honor. Okay. Oh, it says no, the only person that can share is the host. So I'm not really sure how to.
I know you should be telling the host what email to pull up.
I'm not able to find a judge, which is why I was asking if I could pull it up, which is also another reason I was trying to present the letter. But
All right. It sounds like she can't show you anything, Mr. Kudum. Next question.
How many times did I come and knock on your door?
Seven.
And post notes on it?
4.
So you say I treated you disrespectfully, right? I paid you $400 for your TV.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Could you repeat the question?
I said you said like I treated you disrespectfully, right?
Yes, you did, sir.
Okay. So is there any evidence that you can show me, like what I did?
We went to court for a TPO. I'm sure you were there. I'm not really sure.
Well, his question's a little different. He said, do you have evidence to present right now that he treated you disrespectfully?
So not the TPO paperwork. I mean, just I did not send my entire text thread to evidence. No.
Yeah, it sounds like other than her testimony, she doesn't have a recording or anything like that.
No, I don't have a
Next
recording of
question.
him and
Okay.
I'll make a few statements. Tell me if they were
Hang on,
disrespectful.
Mr.
Yeah.
Kudum. Do you have any other questions for Miss Dykes?
Nothing at this moment, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Dykes, did you have anything else to present? Or was that the close of your evidence? You're on mute.
There is other evidence I would like to present, just how I left the property, because he did charge me cleaning fees for 2 properties.
Well, then present it. If you want to present it, let's go.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, I don't know how to speak to you or how to address you.
You can refer to her as Madam Clerk.
Madam Clerk, could you please pull up the evidence from the 3rd email, so the Dykes versus Kudum 3?
Okay, I have that up. Which pictures do you want me to present?
Well, all of them, just because it's both units.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. Okay, you could just, that's the first unit that I originally signed, the lease 2. You could, I don't know if you could scroll or swipe or.
Are you able to just leave the screen up, Ms. Dykes, and scroll through the pictures? I'm sorry, Ms. Small.
That is the first unit bathroom. Yes,
Okay.
you could scroll.
But they're each of them are separate documents presented, so I can keep it shared, but then have to open up another one and keep it going.
Okay.
I'm not-
Whatever works for you, Clerk Small. Clerk Small, are you having technical issues? What's going on?
Oh, you guys not able to see anything? Because I'm putting them through, but I'm not sure.
Nope, we've got a blank screen.
Okay. I'm not
Ms.
able to
Dykes?
scroll, so is there a specific picture that I need to go to?
That's fine. That picture just shows the cleanliness, how I left the apartment. The holes on the side of the wall were there when I moved in, and none of that furniture is mine. That was already there upon moving, including that trash can.
Okay.
You could show any picture, Madam Clerk, whenever you can.
Is there a specific picture you want me to see, Ms. Dykes?
No, sir, there's not a specific picture, just showing you that I left the apartment in a immaculate condition. I'm not sure why I was charged cleaning fees when the units were never cleaned upon moving. That is the second unit that I was placed in after the first unit, the tree fell through the first unit. This is the studio. None of that furniture, again, is mine. I left the apartment or the unit clean. This is
Okay,
the second unit.
all right. So looks like I've seen them. Is there
Okay.
anything else you wanted to present?
Because I know he's going to bring this up in the first email, the very first evidence one email is just an email with Mr. Kudum here sending me a copy of myself going to court saying that he was going to take me to court. I'm not really sure if that made any sense.
I don't know why it's relevant. So if it becomes relevant, I'll let you present it at that
Okay.
time. But
At that point, I am finished, sir.
all right, Mr. Kudum, is there evidence you want to present?
I have a quick question on these pictures, Your Honor. What is the date of these pictures?
Ms. Dykes, you can answer that question.
October 15th. Well, the second unit. The first unit had already been cleaned and moved out, so I can't tell you. October 2nd, maybe, for the first unit, after a junk removal had came in to clear the apartment, and then October 15th on the day I moved out, those photos were taken. I had no access to the unit after that.
Your Honor, I have the pictures as well, but then unfortunately I did not send them because, I contacted the clerk to know whether any evidence was submitted. I sent three emails, and then I also called them, but then they could not find any evidence that was submitted by the plaintiff. So I really could not, prepare a appropriate, evidence. So whatever evidence I submitted was, I was thinking that might be relevant.
What do you, Mr. Kudum, what do you want to present right now?
So the pictures that I took after she left, and then I came to know that she left, that the unit is really dirty.
Okay, but you said you didn't submit them.
Yes, because I did not know that, she is going to present this evidence.
Okay, well, move on to your next evidence.
Okay.
Whatever
yeah.
it is you did present. If you can move on to that.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is there is nothing retaliatory. The TPO was filed by her in retaliation to me telling her that I'm going to file dispossessory action. And calling the county was also a retaliatory action. If you can look at, pull up the evidence exhibit number 4.
Madam Clerk, can you pull up Mr. Kudum's exhibit 4?
Go to the end of the email, ma'am. See that, sir, I did not, if you can read that, since you want to take me to the court so bad, go ahead. While you do that, I'm going to call the police, report to you, right? Call city to report to you. I will also go to the police station. Thank you, right? So I found out that she had an earlier eviction that she did not disclose on her rental application.
Okay.
I was very surprised because I could not believe that it was her, right? So I wanted to confirm because it could be the same person, the same name. I could not get any further details on this case except, a court calendar. So that's why I wanted to check with her if it's really her. Then she said, if you go to the court, I'm going to call city on you and I'm going to call, police. That's one. So on the 7th, I gave her, as per required by law, pay or quit notice so that I can file the dispossessor action. I gave her 3 days. That's what she's talking about. My son went to deliver the notice, pay or quit. That's when we knocked, and then she did not respond. That's when we posted the pay and quit notice on the door. And 7th, as soon as she saw that, she went to TPO, filed TPO on the 8th. TPO was dismissed, lack of evidence.
Okay,
And
well, you're saying she didn't pay? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm talking about the retaliatory reactions, right?
I know,
Yeah.
but you said you posted a pay or leave.
Wait, yes, she did not pay.
Okay, what month did she not pay?
For the September, half of the September and October. She continued to occupy 2 units. So if you pull that, she's saying she's not. If you pull exhibit 3, communication with Ms. Dyke's lawyer, she confirms that she's occupying 2 units.
Okay, what do you, just tell me what she says in the email and who's the
Yeah,
email
let me
to.
open that.
Am I able to object?
You can.
The only reason I'm objecting is because he's trying to show you the documentation for my lawyer, but I couldn't present information from my lawyer. It's the same lawyer.
Okay. Just tell me what was it said to you, Mr. Kudum? Mr. Kudum?
Yes. So if you look at the email sent by her
listen.
attorney on October 2nd, Mr. Kidim, to be clear, everything I stated in my original letter was meant to cover both the original unit and the secondary unit.
Okay.
So it clearly shows she was occupying 2 units. And if you look at the TPO, what she claimed that I was following her when she was moving between one unit to the other unit.
You can take
So
that
she's
down
clearly
even
occupying
further.
both units.
All right, Mr. Kudum, are you saying that a tree did not fall through the unit and you did not move her to a new unit?
Yes, I did. Tree fell. Okay, let me give a bit of background, Your Honor. So on August 31st at 3 a.m. in the morning, I got a call, right? I was in Virginia. She told me that a tree fell, right? Then she sent me a picture. So instead of, asking her to go and find some other accommodation, I immediately gave her my guest room, right? And then the next day I came here, August 31st itself, I came here. And then we agreed that she will be in that unit till I perform the repairs on the original unit she rented. So in the agreement was like she'll pay me $500 for 2 weeks to stay in my guest room while we are performing these repairs. So I got the repairs done by the 12th, right? I got the roof repaired, everything cleaned out. And then I asked her to move in to the original unit. She refused.
Okay.
And
let me just say that's different than I'm occupying 2 units.
Yeah, so she did not vacate, and I asked her to, you can continue to stay in the other unit if you don't want to move to the original unit, but you cannot keep both units occupied.
Okay.
So she continued to occupy both units. And
how did she continue? You say she continued to occupy both units. How?
So she has not moved her stuff out of that original unit.
Okay.
And she did not give me possession. She, in fact, told me that, I cannot go in. Actually, I wanted to get some repairs done in the unit.
To get some what?
Repair the flooring to be done.
You wanted to repair the floor, or she wanted to repair the floor?
No, I wanted to do it.
In which unit?
In the in the original unit she rented out.
Okay.
And one of the reasons she kept on bringing was, hey, because of the tree falling and then water, there was little water, so there might be mold in the unit. So I said, if there is a mold in the unit, you should not be occupying. You should give me the unit immediately as soon as possible so I can get the repairs done. So she did not give me that unit and she continued to occupy both units.
Okay.
So that's why we had to charge her the second unit also. And her lawyer confirms that she's occupying both units. Okay.
Did the lawyer ever say, yes, she's occupying both units?
Yes. It said, right?
No, I'm asking, what words did her lawyer convey to you to make you believe?
So I don't know how she understood that I'm illegally evicting her. All I said was, you pick which unit you want to stay, right? And give me back the other unit. Right. That's when she went to the lawyer. I don't know what she told the lawyer that, I'm illegally trying to evict her. I asked her, you cannot have 2 units. You choose which unit you want to stay. You can stay in that unit. Right. Okay. So her attorney sent me a notice saying like, hey, you cannot, ask her to leave or ask her to evict. You have to follow the, legal procedures of filing a dispossessor action, whatever. Right. So she sent me a letter. So I wanted to confirm with the attorney whether that letter she sent is meant for the first unit or the guest unit. She said it's meant for both units.
Okay, I understand. Anything else?
That's it. So I don't know why she keeps bringing that I treated differently. When the tree fell, she complained that her TV and then her boots got wet. I paid $400 for her. I don't know why she's saying like I harassed her, I treated differently. So if somebody promises me something and then they
So
cannot stick
let's
by
just
it,
focus on evidence. Let's not
yes,
talk
yeah.
about what if this happened and what you would do. Let's just focus on the evidence.
Yeah, I paid $400 to her.
Okay.
And I also offered her, because the roof was getting replaced, the contractor was going to bring a dump truck. So I asked her if she's anything else for her, to throw in the trash, because she complained like a lot of clothes got destroyed and all. She said there is nothing to throw except the TV.
Okay. Anything else?
So I don't know why she keeps saying like, she lost so much. And regarding the pest control, the 3 months she was here, I got the pest control done 3 times. I have an annual service contract, right? As soon as if you want to pest control done anytime, you can call. That's what I told her also. And the pest is because of, her not maintaining the property well.
All right. Have you presented all the evidence you want to present?
Yeah. There is one more, exhibit number 2.
Okay. What is exhibit number 2?
So this is the email she sent before the lease, signing of the lease.
Tell me what
That
it
says
says.
unit is very nice property. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Before
the
she
other
signed the
one is
lease.
exhibit number 1.
Wait, slow down, Mr. Kudum, because I'm asking you specific
Yeah.
questions.
Okay. So sorry.
You said you want into evidence the email she sent before she entered the property, that it's a very
Yes.
nice property. What's the point?
Yeah.
Tell me why that's
So point
relevant.
is she was saying like, it was not cleaned. It was very clean, and
Okay.
she never complained, right? If it is dirty, when she came and visited the unit, she should
Okay.
have seen it.
All right. Anything else?
Exhibit number 1,
Which is what?
the rental application.
Okay. And what do you want me to know about the rental
So
application?
first thing, she did not report her rental history accurately, falsified it. She hid the
So did you have a specific question about her rental history?
yes. So
What
that's
was
one
the
thing.
question? What
Yeah.
was the question she didn't tell, was not truthful about?
Yeah. So was there a prior eviction filed by the prior landlord before you submitted this application?
I'm sorry. I'm asking you specifically, Mr. Kudum, what did she misrepresent on the application?
Rental history, Your Honor.
Okay. Did you ask her specifically on the application? What was the question you asked her on the application that she lied about?
So it's a Zillow application, right? They ask you to give the rental history where you were living prior to moving here. She
Okay.
did not disclose the prior tenant, prior landlord who actually filed a dispossessive action against her.
Okay. What was her answer on that application to
I
you?
did not know. I came to know about that only after
What
the
was
fact.
her, I'm going to ask one more time. What did she put in her application to you?
She put that she's living in one address from I think for a couple of years,
Okay.
which is not accurate. I did not know at that time.
Okay.
I came to know about that later, and then when I asked her, that's when she threatened me that I'm going to go to police. I'm going to call city on you.
All right.
That's one thing. And second thing, the rental application says she's earning about more than 100K in a year.
Okay.
Within 2 months, she went to legal aid, and then her attorney told me, when I asked her how can she come to legal aid because of her income, she said the place she's working, it dried up. She's not having any money there. So within 2 months, she went from having more than 100K a year to maybe, I don't know, 30K, 40K, whatever is the limit for qualifying for legal aid. So what I'm saying is, whatever her, psychological issues he's having. Might be because of that. So somebody just went from having 100K in a year to 30-40K in a year, right? So it's not. So I did not do anything that's not legally supposed to be done, right? For an eviction, I went legally, and then even if the TPO that was filed based on false allegations, it clearly said if there is a dispossessor action, it can proceed legally. So I did not do anything that was not legal.
All right.
So that's what I want to say. Yeah, that's all.
Ms. Dykes, do you have any questions for Mr. Kudum?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
Do you have proof of me telling you or saying anything that I've ever made $100,000 ever?
Yeah, in the rental application, you can share the rental application.
May I see the $100,000 a year?
Yeah, you can.
Listen, it's not relevant right now, so I'd tell you to move on to something else, Ms. Dykes.
Correct. Okay. You said that you had to get pest control. You said you had to get pest control because of my unkeptness, my uncleanliness. Is it or is it not true that the day I moved in, I sent an email to you and your wife requesting a cleanup and pest control because there was already pests in the home?
I cannot recollect that now. Yes, you did call me and then saying like, it was not clean, right? So that you had to go ahead and clean, right? So I don't know, like I cannot present that evidence right now. I can show you, the money I paid to the cleaner that comes regularly to clean our house. I got it cleaned. So you did not tell me it was not clean when you visited the property.
Sir, am I supposed to rebuttal? Or do I ask another question after that?
You're asking questions. That's it.
How long, if you can recall, from the day I came to see the property to the day I moved in? Do you know the time period?
I don't know. You should know that. I think maybe about 10 days or something, maybe 8 days.
No, it was 3 weeks.
You came on 10th.
All right, it's not a discussion. Just ask questions.
Right. He stated that everything I did was retaliatory.
Questions.
I was getting to that. If I was given a 60-day notice September 6th, how was I retaliating against you for filing for eviction if I already got a notice to vacate?
Sorry, I did not understand the question. Can you please repeat?
Yes, the question is, how was my actions retaliatory if I had already got a notice to vacate in September? You said that I retaliated against you October 7th. If I had already received notice to vacate and plans to leave, how did I retaliate against you on October 7th because of the eviction that you didn't file till later in October?
I'm still not understanding, Your Honor. Okay, so let me explain, right? So when I came back,
He wants to know if she was already leaving, how do you consider her actions retaliatory?
no, as you can see in the email, Your Honor, when I confronted her with the newly discovered eviction filed by the prior landlord, which she did not disclose when I asked her, she told me, if you go to the court, file dispossessor action, I'm going to call police, I'm going to call city.
Okay, that's his answer.
Retaliatory.
That's it. All right.
Yes, I got it, even though it's not the truth. Lastly, you say that I did not pay rent. Is it true that we had went to court and the judge, after evidence proven, that I had in fact paid you your money and the case had been dismissed? Is that true?
Yes, case was dismissed because I accepted the money for the partial, the other unit. Yes.
Okay. because you're charging me for 2 units and you're saying you accepted my money. Questions is done, Your Honor.
All right, we're gonna end there. Thank you both. I will make a decision. I'll get an order out to you all later today.
We can leave.
Your Honor, actually, like, may I request a continuance because I want to show the pictures, like, why
There's no
I asked for.
continuance. This was trial. So the evidence is closed. I've heard from both of you. It's unfortunate that you all had the breakdown and that you've had to go get to this point, but I've heard what I need to, and I'll make the decision. So thank you both very much for presenting, but that's going to conclude your case. All right?
Thank you.
We can leave, Your Honor. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.